Alright, Abushia, Yabemo Bibia Kwaba, Shronkoso, Abanama 1 political channel, POG Media, Shumesho, Safi, and Asawabaha, or like and subscribe and I've to my share, you know, I'm a from Sensa to me, Aka, and please kindly click on the notification button so I'm a brand and a political update be a better channel, Nisubiano, also on Sa to me, I can wash and I've so as and swatch a wagene. After young moon Ryan 7 million fans some to dona and brew. Abushia, we do be too far, a boy room, or a Akwatia, Yen I be the dance, say, end the day, and I just by elections ekoso ewa Akwatia na abusia ensema asi ewo eye Akwatia no ese wani ensese kacho eye yuta ewo Akwatia Akwatia na chese omode ensekan ene imponti ba echensi eye NPP gurus eye Justin Kodua afenyoma case na chese na nabi ma abusia enye asem kumana ne nyina eye Justin Kodua open ho asem a chese ode machumanfo ebowrem ewa Akwatia ho motiti posters NDC parliamentary candidate no motiti ni posters abushia youth ni so asori omoso a omotimi achesi omabushia ensema akoso no ese wani ensese kacho me waste time kono me pese mbemi akona yakwakutie ensem no mu bi na ansa na be kono se unya like ejumadi na obe like share ma uni onso nsa entumi enkabi medamasi
Justice Kodua ene ne Akuffo ene abaha ene omo wa posters but asenye Santa here to about her. It's the NPP. Omabaha, Omoyade, Omo process. Young Akuffo go be on your says here, what's in his ordinary call? Only for on your shade. On your Fumtobia, on your Fumtobia, on your Fumtobia. They are happy before the person of said, Omo Pesa, has strong road, Omo to fear and panic. Adimaya, Natasha, and you know, Abegua say, no more Diamu, Adjumom. Only for on your shade, or for Nizanko, or for Nizanko, to be with you, Omo to fear and panic. Am I Justice Kodian, Justice Kodian Abba? I don't know for our process. But process on here, about one, and I about to me. I so wood. It's all going to put to fear and panic. I don't know. Because on your I don't know. Mamintio, now I say, Mutina Hadianesi. Now you're free, say, and I bet now. It's yet in a cast, almost cast Nuba, almost cast Nuba, and I have who catch no say. Almost wrong. Now, almost Cassati Omicron, why your posters, no. It's almost Cassati Omicron. You don't want to Tabaku, act careful or the speed by the boy. And I Johnny Cohanum, it's almost Pietria, Canum, no more start attacking your boys, you know. And Antaquano start here. It's yes, and it's run echo ra. Mammy waste store. It's in yes here, no. So now from what we understand, from what we understand, I'll come to you. Relax. I'll come to you. From what we understand, the police in one of these trucks have picked up a supporter of the NDC. They say that there was a misunderstanding of some sort brought about by the removal of posters belonging to the NDC. They attempted to stop them. The police swooped in and picked up one individual who is their supporter. You were here. You say what happened? And by the way, now this is just the NDC's office here. This is the NDC's office at Akwatia. This is the party office of the NDC at Akwatia right now, where all of the development has been happening at. We were on our way to another polling station when we chanced on the police swooping in, and there's a video as well which we can show to viewers. Justice Kodua. And you also say Justin Kodua. Justin Kodua, I know him. I know his car. I'm in Kotekoli. And I know him. We are in the same constituency. Their national head office is in Kotekoli. So I know him. And he drove with his boys. They were taking off our posters, NDC posters, just close to the constituency office. And then we went to approach them. And his bodyguard dropped down to fight our people. All right. Thank you. So now we know that there's been a bit of calm restored, but we have exclusive footage of when that individual as well was being bandied into one of the police armored vehicles, and this is the NDC office. Up there is the NPP's office as well, and so there's really under 100 meters you should move from the NDC office to the NPP's office as well in Akwatia. And so this is where everything has happened in the short space, and so we're continuing to monitor, and then we'll bring details for you as to exactly what's happened, and then get an understanding. There's no official of the party who is here. It's just supporters who've been here, supporters of the NDC who've been here until one of them was bandied into the police armored vehicles. We'll try and make a bit more sense as to this, but there have been lots of names that have been mentioned. We cannot substantiate any of those, but they feel aggrieved that their posters were being taken off by alleged NPP supporters, hence the altercation, which resulted in the police quick intervention and quickly sweeping one of the individuals believed to be the instigators away. The police is not really far away from us. There's a police checkpoint here, and so we're seeing the presence of the police even here as they continue to we continue to monitor.
When I have the time, we'll have Dr. Doke respond to this violence part, but I'll take you to my colleague Nana Akwatia to bring us some update on ground again. Nana, where are you now, and what can you report?
Bodria West electoral area, and you can see behind me that the process is going on smoothly. Not long ago, the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tetayo, who came to inspect the electoral area, he shared some words of encouragement to the police officers here and emphasizing that the process, per his observation, has been smooth and that they must continue with the process being smooth everywhere that the day go. But then I have the Deputy Majority Chief Whip here with me, an MP for Addo, and she has been here for quite some time and observing the electoral process. Honorable, you're live on Joy News. Your observation so far, how has it been?
So far, so good. You can see how peaceful the atmosphere is. This is the first time I'm witnessing by-elections so peaceful, security full everywhere, and anywhere you go, the police is at. They position themselves very well. Each police station have over 30 police officers, and I say kudos to the IGP. He has done marvelously well, because Akwatia was a threat when the Abikumanov happened, but we can see that the change we are looking for has really come.
And though we've seen that it's been violence-free, we've witnessed some form of chaos at your party office here at Akwatia, where there was some altercation between party supporters and then the NPP side, claiming that the NPP wanted to remove their posters. Have you heard of this? And then what form of caution would you give to your supporters out there?
Today is election day. Everybody should forget about any misunderstanding and argument and focus on why we are here today. So I'm urging everybody to stay focused. Don't let any removing a poster today. What will it bring? Allow them to do it and have your MP. All we need is the seat. Focus on the reasons why you are here. I don't know why small thing attract people. So I don't focus on things that will not bring any benefit, because we don't need that posters even today. We don't need it. All we need is the people to come out and vote and make sure Akwatia is green.
Are you hopeful that at the end of polls, your candidate here is going to win?
We are winning, and I will borrow Bawumia's word. The gap will be huge, very huge. We are winning. Look, if you vote one today, you are voting for walkout, you are voting for press conference, because my observation in the chamber, what the minority is doing best, at their best, is press conference and walkout. Because instead of them to put the government on it to They are rather focusing on how to work out, how to do press conference, and they have done press conference more than the number of MPs they have in the chamber. And what NDC is focusing on is development. All of us are taking some things to our constituency one after the other, and instead of them to be sober and lobby and get some to their constituency, their focus is on how to disrupt Parliament, how to put the people together and do press conference, and how to walk out in the chamber. That's all I can remember about what they are doing. So what are you voting for? It's not election year that you say, look, I'm going to look at who will do best. But now you have a good government, a government that has come now is a good government. And you have a government that is working, the government that cares for the people. So these two, what do you choose? You choose press conference or you choose development. So it's up to the Akwatia people to decide. But they have decided, because I've been in this constituency for days now, and I have witnessed a lot of their conversation, been their meetings house to house, spoke with people, and you can see that they are also focused, and what they are going to do is to vote for the NDC to win today.
All right, thank you very much. And that is the Deputy Majority Chief Whip saying that she is hopeful that the NDC's candidate is going to win this election, claiming that the NPP side would not have anything better, but then the ND side would have something better for the Akwatia parliamentary candidate, if indeed it goes to the NPP's parliamentary candidate. And so you can see that the process has been smooth, peaceful. The IGP on the ground inspecting the process. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Nana Boakye-Yiadom, who's currently at Badua West electoral area. And you just heard from Honorable Comfort Doyo Ganza, the Member of Parliament for Addo area. And the question is, what have you been saying? What has been your reaction so far? You have been watching us. You probably have something to say. And yours sincerely, yours truly, Karen is here to bring us updates on what's happening on social media.
Absolutely, MFR, of course. Away from the polling stations and collation centres, obviously, the battleground is as fierce on social media. And here at Joy News, we promised you a comprehensive 360 coverage of the by-election in Akwatia. And as part of that, we want to take you to the digital space and gauge the pulse of the nation. What are Ghanaians saying? How are they saying it? And how much of what you're saying and your sentiments is shaping up conversations online? In real time, we're sharing that with you. I want to start with a Champong Isaac Kweju's comment, who says, if you're indeed a patriot, the Akwatia seat should be your concern. Snebs Vermont says, Ghana is for all of us, not for NPP, nor the NDC. Let's all make Ghana a better place. Hashtag peace in this by-election. Now, Jubilee Raf says that's the man. I'm wondering which man he's reacting to. But Kennedy Emmanuel also says this was the same strategy used at Asin Central, and it affected the NPP. Why not use the constituency and regional executives known in the area to do it? I believe he is reacting to news about the former Greater Accra Regional Minister, Titus Glover, who is serving as a polling agent, I beg your pardon, at the Winchi Durba Grounds polling station, and cross-checking, numbers and all of that. Let's look at the next set of comments. Well, Thomas STII says, but the defeat is still coming the way of the NPP. Kluji Bright Lion says they should watch him closely before he starts running with the ballot papers, just as he did in Parliament. I don't think he did that. It was another NP. Yeah, Carlos did that. James Teta says, but still, you can fill in those blank spaces as you wish. Ichampong Isaac Kweju says, if you're indeed a patriot, I think I've read this comment already, and so if we can have the next set of reactions, I'd quickly read through them right here. Zakaria Abdul Rahman says, hey, the elephants can't die without kicking Abi. Even former ministers as polling agents for an election that adds basically 0% to the cause of the NDC, with a laughing emoji. Ethelbert Debuo, I hope I did not murder your name.
So forgive us.
He says, Nanado and Bawumia can even be polling agents, but Akwatia will be green. If you know, you know. Let's move on and get more reactions. Da Costa Anane says, What is Deputy Director of Operations just creating unnecessary jobs for party members? And Ashanti, a film actor, is the political advisor to the regional minister. Again, this particular person is reacting to the Deputy Director of Operations at the presidency, Mustafa Gbandi's presence there in Akwatia. Well, he got a reply from one Ǎnĝry, Christopher, who says, "La Costa Anani, go and bend the sea, bro. That is for us. That is us for you. We always make sure you are paid. He sacrificed for the party and was awarded. We won't do him like you did, Paul Afoko." Well, I told you it's a battleground on social media. And so let's still get more comments. Kwame Owusu Afram says, Akwatia will be fully blue by 8 p.m. tonight. Ose Asumedu. Togbui Benson Afiawu Ruben says, Eno, be this one day they win elections. Okay, well, I think that's in Pidgin. Let me try and reread it again. It says, you know, be this one they win elections. Even Bawumia can sit there and it changes nothing. Nane Kiadako says Akwatia is blue. Aram A. Yaira says by 6th year, not Akwatia. I agree. Like I said, a lot of people believe, well, among the political divide, NPP, both NPP and NDC both believe that they will be taking the seat in Akwatia. Well, Farouk Wahabu says, wonderful people of Akwatia, kindly go out there and vote wisely without violence. Ghana first and your lives matter. Also, this user preaching for peace, which has been the central statement a lot of people have been sharing on social media, the call for peace, very important. Kanokre says, these are the men our party needs. David Yarni says, for transparency, Addo and Bawumia should also be polling agents. Peter Agbazode says, when we said they don't have the men, as they claim, they thought we were lying. A whole former regional minister serving as polling agent in a common by-election. Effect of Akuffo Addo's 16 years as leader of the NPP. Let's get more reactions. Musa Abdullahi says he will be shocked by 6 p.m. Kofi Ankoma Hagen says, so between those who sent low-level officers and those who boycotted the meeting, who has shown the National Peace Council contempt? Again, this user is reacting to Justin Kodia, the General Secretary of the NPP, justifying your reason for boycotting the Peace Council's engagement with both political parties. Stephen Akroma says, was that a national election to deploy national officials? Papa Kobla Apia I says, the constituency executives, not the specific officers in charge of the area. Why do we even send national officers to such a dialogue? We keep glorifying personalities, appointment, at least decentralize the representation. It's a by-election. Let the local representatives meet. They are with the people and know their dynamics, not national executives who will be acting on reported speech and what they have been told rather than what they know. And so these are a few, social media reactions. This is how a lot of people are reacting to the by-elections going on in Akwatia MF. Of course, I'll be having my eyes, okay,
of course,
social media.
Of course.
So definitely.
All right, Abusian teachers winning some course or political highway such as ECO Bowrum Akwatia by elections are air cosona, Utah, a workroom one at made in Pointiba, and HSA in Sekai, at me actually NPP officials Abusian and some are SEO Hono and some no anno idea yet me cry actually NDC support about Abusian and also Aquacoy Asema Ewo. Abusian be the Madam somebody penny me could in summer, of course, so all political highway. So, POG Media, Ramasi.